morning. These are your Nassau Guardian highlights for Wednesday, January 7th, 2026, brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines, especially for people on the go and those who are visually impaired. Please don't forget to like, share, and follow our Facebook, YouTube, and WhatsApp channels. We begin with the main story making headlines today, the long-awaited Boundaries Commission report is expected to be tabled in Parliament today. The report is set to recommend the creation of two new constituencies, one combining Bimini and the Berry Islands, and another in Western New Providence. This would increase the total number of seats in the House of Assembly from 39 ahead of a general election due later this year. The report is also expected to propose boundary adjustments across several existing constituencies to address voter imbalance, particularly in fast-growing Western districts. Alongside this, updates to the electoral process are continuing, including the rollout of biometric voter cards, which will be available but not mandatory for the upcoming election. Also in national news, more than 70 public school students will receive financial assistance to pursue tertiary education through the Public School Scholars Program, now in its 10th year. Since its launch, the program has supported over 1,000 students, many of whom were the first in their families to attend college. Education officials highlighted the program as a major step in building national capacity and expanding access to higher education. In politics, former PLP Senator Robin Lines has formally expressed her interest in contesting the upcoming general election. While she has not identified a specific constituency, Lines says she feels compelled to step forward at this stage in her personal and professional journey, particularly as an advocate for women in leadership. The PLP has so far ratified 14 candidates and expects to finalize its slate this month. Turning to business news, Island Power Producers says it is aiming to have shore power operational at the Nassau Cruise Port by 2027. The proposed LNG-powered facility is still undergoing environmental approvals, but officials say the project could significantly reduce emissions from docked cruise ships once completed. In community news, a heartwarming entrepreneurial story highlights a young mother who has opened Bloom and Bindings, a family-oriented bookstore and cafe in Palmdale. The space is designed to encourage literacy, creativity, and community engagement, with a special focus on showcasing Bahamian authors. On the crime beat, a 23-year-old man has been charged with attempted murder following a New Year's Eve domestic dispute that escalated into a double shooting in Pinewood Gardens. In a separate court matter, a senior police officer has denied allegations that he pulled his service weapon on his estranged wife's male friend during a domestic confrontation. That trial is continuing. In world news, international attention remains focused on the fallout from the U.S. military operation in Venezuela and the capture of President Nicolas Maduro. Global leaders are debating the implications for international law and regional stability, while editorials stress that small nations like the Bahamas must remain principled, diplomatic, and firm in defending sovereignty without provoking conflict. Before we close, The Guardian's editorial today reminds readers that prudence is not submission, encouraging thoughtful diplomacy and respect for international rules that protect small states in an uncertain global environment. That's a look at today's top stories. For the full details, in-depth reporting, and additional articles, I encourage you to purchase a copy of the Nassau Guardian or visit the Guardian's website to read today's full edition. Remember this quote about staying informed: where there is no counsel, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. You've been listening to the Nassau Guardian highlights brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay encouraged. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.